BS in Denver Sports.
How did it come together? When did they tell you, when they give you a call and let you know this was happening?
I think like a couple of weeks ago, like it was like a couple of months, and I received a call from Lisa Johnson and telling me that I got a good news for you. I was like, what is it? He said, we're retiring your jersey. And I said, what? When? Please let me know because I'm ready to come up there. So when she gave me the date, I was able to tell my wife and my kids and the rest of the family that we was having a jersey retirement ceremony. So it came out very well.
How did that feel out there?
You know, it was not easy. I was able to hold my tear. I think I did very well. To see your numbers just going on the history book, your name, in memory of the great organization that brought you in this league, that blessed you, that gave you an opportunity to shine, to let the world know that you're a great basketball player more than what everybody was underestimate you. Because I remember it was not easy on my draft day, even the day before the draft, to know exactly where I was going. I knew that if the Charlotte didn't pick me up, I was going to go to Denver because that was the guarantee that the Denver Nuggets and Bernie Bickerstaff have given to me. So I knew I was going to pass the fourth round. It was good. It was good that they kept the promise. Yes.
Dikembe, when you saw that banner come down and it going up in the rafters, what was your reaction to that moment?
It was very, very tough. You know, even my kids will say, "War, Daddy." Our family names are going in the history. People will come from generation, will see their name. It means a lot. It means a lot to me personally. It means a lot to my family. I think I did set a good example for my children and my family and the generation to come. For someone who didn't play basketball much as young, man, and to grow up and be asked to play basketball at the university and to go out to having your jersey retired, it means a lot. I don't know how to explain it. This is really a blessing. Thanks God a lot for it.
How important was it and how cool was it to see Coach Issel talk about you tonight a little bit? I know you guys got a little emotional there.
You know, Dan is still one of my favorite. You know, I've had so many great coaches over my career, and Dan was one of them. I talk about him a lot. He knows about it, even though he denies so much the success that him and I have here in Denver. He always say that Dick, it was not me, it was you. And I said, Coach, who was coaching me then? I said, who gave me all the prep talk speech before every game and challenged me mentally to go and perform at my best? And I said, it was you. So you cannot keep walking away saying that, oh no, he was just a great defender, great rebounder, great basketball player. I didn't have nothing to say. I said, you deserve a lot of credit, you know. You were there when Mutombo was developing and becoming a great basketball player. So he was there before I won my first Defense Player of the Year. So I said, you deserve a credit. You were my coach.
Yeah. Dikembe, if you could go back and talk to that kid that was drafted by the Nuggets yourself back in the day, what would you tell him about what was to come for you in the NBA?
Don't worry so much what people are saying. Just look at your destiny. Look at the thing that you want to accomplish in your life. Look at the thing that you want to see happen to you. And work hard, and everything else will come. And don't worry so much about critics. You know, as you remember, before we played, even though we did make the playoff in 2004. Nobody in the sport that wrote that the Nuggets was going to win at least one game of the playoff. They look at us being a young team, inexperienced, so there was not even no wish for us. But the fans of the Nuggets was there with us. The city was there with us, and the state, and you can see the ambiance and the energy that was in my heart city arena. It was great. It was great, and I miss those moments. You know, if I could play that moment again, I will. But I can say that it was a great success.
Sean?
Dikembe, I was curious, what was more fun for you during your career? The magic run with the Nuggets, with the beating the Sonics, and taking the Jazz to 7, or was it your run to the finals with Philly?
Hey, you're putting me on the spot. I always say that I think my best moment of my career, I always say that it was the time that I have here in 93-94 season. I don't think breaking the NBA block shot record of the playoff in 94. And my original was I got I think 35 shot in 5 games. I don't think nobody in the NBA history was able to do it, ever done it. So seeing that I was not just part of the history book, but it was just so much success was happening at the same time. And we went and played the Utah Jazz, the team that was strong, with a lot of experience with Coleman and John. And everybody said we were gonna get swept. And then we was already get swept. You know, we was down to 3-0. But we came back, we pushed game 7. And I cannot take that out of my history saying that those was not my best time. I always felt that that season changed my life, changed my career, gave my career a different direction, a different momentum. I think that's where I went in to win many more defense players than anybody else. Because that's when my brain started kicking more, believing on my instinct. Know that I was the best up there, that I can keep doing it. I can block as many shots as I want to. It's just if I push myself, and I think that's why I end up to be where I am. I think the second place you call it. I wish I could have played more, but I'm happy where I am.
Yeah.
Becoming a league now, all the talk is about guards and 3-pointers. But there's young guys coming up like Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Davis and Joel Embiid in Philadelphia. You were and played against some of the greatest centers in NBA history. Do you see a future in the league for the great centers?
Yes, I believe that there's always a room for big men. The game have changed a little bit, not totally. The coaches have expanded the court. They have adopted a different format of playing. Because we have seen that the decrease of a big man in the NBA. But if you look at the last 3 seasons, there's more increasing number of big guys in the NBA. I think the tempo of the game is changing. It depends on which conference are you talking to, or which division are you talking to here. I think there will always be a room for a big man, especially when it comes to the playoff. When it comes to the playoff, you always talk about big men. We saw even in Golden State, when they got to the final, and the big guy went down in game 3, and they was crying for a big man to come and save them. So the room is there for a big man now. I cannot say the big men are gone because I got 2 sons that are playing basketball. I want to make them to believe that there's a room for them.
Jake?
Dikembe, what was your reaction when Josh presented the check tonight? Was that a surprise to you? And how much will that help your humanitarian work around the world?
First, I want to say thanks to Josh and his entire family for thinking about us. You know, my organization is something was formed to improve the living condition of the people in Africa. So any contribution, it means a lot. We are doing a huge cervical cancer campaign right now in the Congo, where more than 20 million women will die in the next 10 years if they don't get screened from cervical cancer. The treatment that costs only $15. So can you imagine how that $50,000, how many women and aunties and grandma and sister and cousin that I will be taking care of the Mutombo hospital. So I feel lucky, I feel fortunate. We're still in the mode of raising money. Every dollar that we get, but this was a big one, it was a big surprise. All I knew, I came here to see that jersey going up. I didn't come here to walk away for the check, but it was great. I'll make sure I write a nice letter after I leave here.
Dikembe, you've had a lot of great moments in your career. Have you had time to put this moment in perspective of a banner up there that's something that will never leave this arena and what it's meant, this moment today?
It means very special. To just go in the history book among those players who have a chance to play in the NBA, who was lucky to fulfill their dream and also got a chance to see their jersey and the number retire in two different arenas. There's not so many of us. I was in the NBA office on Thursday in New York for work. Then I went to people who do all the stuff and I asked them, I say, where am I falling in this category? And they told me, they say, Dick, you'll be there in the top 40 in the NBA history, so you like 38 players who's going to get his jersey retired to different arena. I felt that this was high as it get. You know, we have hundreds, thousand players who are playing in NBA history in the last 60-some years. But to see yourself be among the elites, among those that was embraced by the fans, was appreciated, was recognized, and was salute. This means a lot. Because I cannot say that I could have done this thing by myself. I did it with the will of my teammates, my coaches, my friends, my family, my wives, my kids, my brothers and sisters, who was there for me, Coach Thompson, who I have to call every given night to let him know how did the game go, what did I do right, what did I do wrong, and Bill Russell, the man who came a couple of weeks before the NBA draft to talk to me more about what it's like playing in the NBA, encourage me about a few things that I need to do to see myself succeed in the NBA. You can get that. So my hat goes on to everybody who contributed to my career. Without them, I would have not been Dikembe Mutombo.
Cecil.
Dikembe, who got the first finger wag ever, and how did that develop as your signature move?
You know what? I always ask if the Rocket video department can try to figure out when did the first finger wave go. Can they find them? Go to your guys then video machine and figure out really. I would love to get the first one, the first guy to get that no, not today. Because all I remember that I pay a lot of money, you know, for waving this finger. I lost $1,000. I know I'm being fined $5,000, $10,000, $2,000 for waving my finger. You know, every today people are laughing. Hey, no. Come on, you don't know Mr. Mutombo lost a lot of money. So, you know, it's fine to laugh about it today, but back then it was a lot of money. But maybe I didn't pay attention. But it took the league a while to kind of say, okay, Dick, go ahead, you can do it. Even when I was in Houston, I was still getting a call from the league about stopping about the finger web, and it was one of those fights I had with the commissioner, but it worked out very well. We're best friends, and we appreciate the finger web today. It was good, and friend remember me for that.
Chris Johnson?
Would you just talk about your relationship and what your impression is of Emmanuel Mudiay with the Nuggets?
Mudiay, as we call him in the Congo, he's a great man. He's a great young man. I think he's developing very well. I think the Nuggets are so lucky to have another son of Congo playing here in Colorado. You know, these kids is very motivated. He have a desire to play the game. He want to play, he want to win. And you can see even last year when he got hurt, things that he was doing off the court to get himself back there. How did he get himself prepared for this season? Yesterday I spent more than an hour with him. We just talked about his approach to the game, the thing he's looking for to do this year. I'm just so happy for him. I want to see the best of him. I want him to succeed. I want to see him to be remembered on the day that he will stop playing this game. That's a great thing. That what brought fun about the NBA. How do you want to be remembered when you walk away from this game? You don't want to just remember someone who just play. You want to be remembered as someone who play, also someone who contribute. And this case is going to be that one.
Anything else? One more? Two more?
Tim.
Harrison?
Dikembe, a lot of players give back to their country, give back to an organization when they're done playing. Not many go to the extent that you have after their careers are done. I guess what inside of you made you decide that you kind of wanted to dedicate your life to a cause that you have after you were done playing?
I always believe that we as players, especially NBA players, with our platform that we have worldwide, our popularities, I think we have a chance to touch so many causes and make a great difference in the world, make a huge impact that any sport can accomplish. Some of those who have traveled with me around the globe will tell you that what is like being an NBA player today in the NBA. What is like wearing the NBA uniform and playing there in the NBA court, in the NBA arena, is different. You have been appreciated by so many fans worldwide. We just give an example of China. You have more than 200 million people in China who touch the ball every day, or who got the chance either to watch the game or do something related to the game of basketball. That tell you how fast our game have grown. So I feel fortunate enough to be lucky and have an opportunity to play this game, to see the impact of our social responsibility that we are having today in the NBA, not just me, the league, our current player and the former players. But me, I think all of that got to do with my parents, my mom and dad, the way they raised us, the value that they gave to us, to look at the world, not just the world of yourself, that the world that you have hands that can expand worldwide. How can you go out and make a difference and touch your neighbor? And I think seeing the suffering and the pain of my people where I come from in Africa, where the mortality rate still like 45 today, more children continue to die on a daily basis. ways the chronic disease are killing more people than they did kill before, more than malaria and tuberculosis. The time you have come to do something, and I'm glad I'm doing it. It makes me happy. I enjoy it, telling it through. It means so much fun. You know, giving money is a great thing because there's a great proverb that says that what we make is a living in our daily life as we go to work. We make decent money because we want to live well, because we want to have a big house, we want to have a good car. But when you cut a check, you give your money away. Remember, my friends, you are giving life to someone else. Thank you so much, guys.